Hello, today I'm going to be showing you how to create this blobby orb that moves. It moves and there's a cool shadow behind it. It's just mesmerizing. Well, I think it's mesmerizing. How do you create something like that? And how do you then use it for other things? I'm going to show you that in this video. Let's get into it. Okay, I'm inside Spline. I'm going to click New File. And then we've got this default square. We can get rid of that. I'm going to click this plus icon and scroll down to Sphere. I'm going to drag out a big sphere. Now, let me change the background color so we can see this a little bit easier. You can change this to whatever color you want, but I'm going to go for that. I'm going to go for a bright purple. Yeah, I'm going to go for that. Then I'm going to add some different layers in here. Plus, I'm going to add a I'm going to add a displacement layer to start with, and I'm going to change that to 10. And I'm going to change this to scale 20 and movement 10. Okay. Then I'm going to add a noise layer, and the noise layer is going to be simplex fractal, and I'm just going to change these down to 20 so that they've got some kind of sheen on them, but nothing too crazy. Colors wise, I'm going to get this lavendery color, and I'm going to change the darker ones to that, and I'm going to leave the white ones. I'm going to change that layer to overlay. Okay, we're starting to see how this is now taking shape. Now let's add a Fresnel layer. Shimmery, shiny, me gusta. And then I'm also going to add a rainbow layer. Whoa, that has gone a little bit bananas. Let's take that down. Let's give that maybe 20. Let's give that movement 20. And then I also just think that's a bit much. Let's maybe make that 10. Oh, I need to change it to overlay. Maybe that will help. Yeah, that helps a lot. Maybe make that 50. Okay, so we've got a nice kind of shimmery effect going on here. I'm going to put the displacement layer at the top, and I might do one more Fresnel layer. I kind of like it when the Fresnel has a color, so I might give that a bit of a darker shimmer on the outside. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so how do we animate this thing? Well, what we want to do is click on our object, and then we have events here. Now we have we have states. So we've got base state and state now when we've clicked this plus icon on the top. Now on the base state, I'm going to give this a scale of 10, movement of 5. On the state, I'm going to give this 30 scale, movement 10. Okay? And I'm actually going to whack up the intensity of this. Okay, great. Maybe we want this to be a little bit wilder, I'm not sure. Okay, let's check that out to start with. Okay, so we've got the base state, and then we've got the state here. I'm going to click the plus on the events, and I'm going to give this 5 seconds, and I'm going to make this ease. And then I'm going to, down here, make this to loop infinitely. Now let's check this out. Kind of a shimmery ripple effect that slows, and then it goes back to the start. Let's make that go from ease, cycle, ping pong, so that it goes back and forth every 5 seconds. Okay, nice. So I actually think it would be nice if this started really small and then got bigger as well. So let's make that happen. So now we've got a base state and a state where it gets a lot bigger. I don't like how pointy these are. And I wonder if we could change this so that it's a little bit smoother. That's nicer. Let's maybe change that to Perlin. Okay, good. And let's maybe turn that to scale 10, but then turn the movement up. So let's see how that looks. Ooh, yeah, that's interesting. Okay, nice. Now, what we can do is we can actually change the... I'm going to change the noise so that it's a little bit tighter, because right now it's 20. Let's make it 5 so that we've got a lot finer material. Noise 555, cool. And I'm actually going to give that a little bit of movement on the state. Let's see how that looks. Shimmer, 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 grow, and shrink, 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 less movement. Love that. Okay, great. So you can see how quickly we've done some interesting things. Let's say you're like, hey, Jack, this is all well and good, but I want some mad shimmer. I want some iridescent shimmer. Let's do that. So I'm going to turn this down to a nice dark. It's kind of a just off black. And then I'm going to actually add a layer on top of all this. So rather than just create this effect with all these different layers, what I can do is I can actually add a Matcap. So I'm going to click plus on here. I'm going to go down to Matcap, and then I'm going to click the plus on the asset, and I'm going to replace this with some mad iridescent material. So down here I have the Matcaps Mega Bundle, which is pretty cool. Now what we can do is we can go into Iridescence, and I'm going to show you some of the different options that we've got in here. I've bought this Matcap pack. I really recommend doing it if you want to completely change how your objects look. It really does change things. And look how different that now suddenly looks. We've got this crazy effect going on by just adding one single Matcap. That is just overlaying everything. We could actually play around with this a bit, and instead of changing that from normal, we can change that to overlay. And suddenly we've got this Matcap material with the shininess and color that is mingling or interplaying with the stuff below. Love that. And look how quickly we've done that. In 8 minutes 53 seconds, we've created this crazy effect which would look sick as a homepage header, or potentially you could have some hover animations that are playing. You could export this as a GIF. So if you go down to video recording and change this to fixed duration 5, we can actually record that and then embed that on a website too. So there it is, guys. Look how quickly we've made that. I'm going to make sure that this is clonable, so you can remix this below. If you guys have any other questions about this or any of the other videos that I do, feel free to drop a comment in the description. Cheers, peace, love, ciao.